Hey YTPC, second attempt at a video here. A little bit of an interruption. Had a chicken waltz right into the garage here, so had to get that chicken corralled. All right. I hope everybody is doing well this Saturday morning. It is unseasonably warm. It's not hot, it's in the 50s here, unseasonably for this time of year. But I am out in the garage where a lot of the cold air seems to get trapped. So got a little bit of a hat on here. I know it's been a couple weeks since I've come at you guys with the video. It's just been crazy busy for me. Today is the start of a little bit of a holiday break for me. And but with that break, the last 2 weeks of work have just been pretty busy. So a lot of wrapping up of loose ends and finalizing tasks before we head out. And yeah, so glad to be able to sit down finally and enjoy a pipe. Couple things I want to cover today. I am smoking a little bit of Cornell and Deal's Jolly Old St. Nicholas. So a little bit of a first impression today, and also a shout out / thank you to extend, and maybe a little bit of ramble. So I don't know, let's see how long this video goes. I'm gonna not start with the first impression, just because I just started this bowl and I'll let it get about halfway down before I this, unlike my other first impressions, this is a truer first impression because I just loaded this bowl. I have not had a second one, and then give you my thoughts. This is coming right out of the tin. Don't think I mentioned it, but I am smoking that Jolly Old St. Nicholas in this Peterson XL22 Dublin. I'm really liking my Dublin pipes. They smoke really well for me, and I'm thinking I might want to pick up a few more. I'm not sure about models, or if I want to just get a couple of the same things that I've been doing. These same Dublin. Well, like another one of this Dublin, another one of that number 6 full bent that I have. Okay, first things. I want to do a shout out to Ben, the Old Soul, formerly known as Ben the Unicorn Piper. Ben sent me a package last week. And very, very, very thoughtful package indeed. And just want to share quickly what Ben sent my way. In talking with Ben on Instagram, I let him know that the package was received. I just haven't had time to go through it just because I've been so busy. But he was excited as well because he was like, well, I kind of forgot what I sent you. So hopefully this will be kind of a nice little treat for Ben too, for what he sent me. I'm really excited about what he sent me, and I'm going to try to get into as much of this as I can over the holiday break. All right, here we go. Ben sent me to start. He sent me a nice note, really nice note. Thank you, Ben. The note was very warmly received during the busy 2 weeks, and kind of gave me a little bit of a pick me up midweek. So thank you, Ben, for the note. So here's some things that Ben sent me. Ben did a first impressions kind of review of this tobacco, and I had mentioned how I had it in my shopping cart at Smoking Pipes, and I ultimately decided to put it back. Wanted to see what a few other people thought of it first before I bought it, but Ben bought it, and he also sent me. Sorry, a lot of this is already jarred because since I did get the package, I didn't want it to just sit in the baggies that were sent. So the first thing I did was jar it up. So he sent me some of that Sutliff Red Virginia crumble cake. Really excited to try that. Thank you, Ben, for that one. He sent me some Camoys cask number 7. So those are like those spun coins, those cut coins. I've not tried this, but I have tried, and I have in my rotation the Peter Stokkebye's luxury bullseye flake, and I do like that very much. So curious to do a little comparison between the two. So thanks for that, Ben. Ben sent me a few different LJ Peretti blends. LJ Peretti Park Square. This one smells really good. I like this one a lot. Yeah. So I'm excited to try that. LJ Peretti London Flake. Thank you, Ben. LJ Peretti Boston Slices. Really excited about all the LJ Peretti stuff that Ben sent, because LJ Peretti's one of those that I've not tried anything of, and so I got a nice little sample here that I can see if there's anything from LJ Peretti that I want to purchase. And then also Ben sent me some Dunhill Flake. I've not tried anything from Dunhill, so this is going to be my first go of Dunhill tobacco. Hopefully I don't like it, because I cannot get it. I mean, I'm sure somebody would be willing to purchase it, but I'm of the mindset if it's gone, it's gone, and I missed my chance. So there's other tobaccos out there that I can try and stock up on. Ben also sent me a nice little pipe lighter. So thanks, Ben. This will get plenty of use for sure. And last but not least, Ben also sent me a Falcon. So thanks, Ben. I like the green metalwork on this. Very much feels like a Christmas pipe, so maybe it'll get plenty of use in these days approaching Christmas. So thank you, Ben, for that. A lot of stuff. Thank you for the generosity, Ben. And yeah. Okay, so let's see, what else can we get into for a few minutes? I'm going to smoke this down just a little bit more before I give you my impression. We had a staff holiday party last night. More like a Secret Santa gift exchange and white elephant gift exchange. So it was a lot of fun. We had a celebratory welcoming in the season, welcoming in the new year tequila toast. So that was a lot of fun. Okay, so some other things. I'm gonna ramble for just a minute so I can smoke this down, and I'll give you my thoughts on it. Even though I was busy, of course, when I could steal a couple minutes here and there, jumping onto smoking pipes and just seeing what's out there. I know in an earlier video I had mentioned how I feel like if I can get to 12 pipes that smoke well for me, and you know, I like the style. More importantly, they smoke well for me. I don't see myself wanting to purchase more pipes beyond that. And not that I don't want to own more pipes than 12. It's just that I'm the kind of person that could easily be overwhelmed by the amount of pipes I would purchase and then having to decide which ones I would smoke. It seems like for me, and knowing myself, I would not want that aspect getting in the way of just sitting down and enjoying a pipe and some good tobacco. So, but I have been looking, and I know a few folks in the community are really good at seeking out and finding deals on estate pipes other than just, you know, what is offered on, say, like smoking pipes, you know, through eBay or through Etsy. And so I've been looking around, and I found a few that I would like. That, I mean, they not that I would like, but they look decent enough. But I'm a little apprehensive because without actually holding the pipe and taking a look at it, you know, there's a possibility you purchase it, it gets there, and it's just not what you thought. And I get it. Some of these estate pipes, especially on Etsy, you're spending under $30 for, you know, to purchase the pipe, and, you know, if you have to pay for shipping, that's not a terrible money loss, but, you know, $30, half of what you could pay to get, say, a $60 pipe or a $75 pipe, or half of what, you know, a couple tins of tobacco. You know, there's that issue. But I am looking at a few estate pipes. You know, I don't know. We'll see where it goes with that. And let's see. Also tobaccos. You know, I hear you guys talk quite often about pipe acquisition disorder and tobacco acquisition disorder, and I definitely think those are things that can control your piping. And with the recent, you know, generosity that I've experienced in the community, I've got a lot of new tobacco I've not yet tried. I don't know if you can see, I mean, back here, oh, right there, back here, those are all jars that I have jarred myself. But below that, this whole bottom shelf, you can't really see it, and I don't want to move the camera, but are all smaller jars filled with stuff that people have sent. And then above my records, let's see, sorry, this is weird. Above my records are jars, small jars of tobacco that I'm going to be reviewing over the next year. So I've got a lot of stuff to get through, and that's a little bit overwhelming. And, you know, I want to start building up a decent cellar. And so, I don't know, I'm kind of struggling with the idea of, like, do I want to stash stuff away widely, meaning having a greater variety of tobacco, or do I want to stash stuff away more deeply. So find those maybe 6 or 7 tobaccos that I really enjoy and get as much of that as I can. Of course, and by no means am I saying I'm going to limit myself if I go that route. I just like the idea of finding those few tobaccos that I like and just going deep on those. So we'll see. Okay, so let's start getting into a little bit of first impression of this Jolly Old Saint Nicholas by Cornell and Deal. Ooh. That was... Alright, let me tell you. So, you pop it. Some of you guys may have tried this already, but you pop it. It's a fairly nice presentation. It's kind of like a coarse ribbon. There's some bright leaf in there. Looks like some aged Virginias, possibly, and some Cavendish or some Latakia. But so see if you can see it. It's not bad to look at. It's pretty. I like the contrasting leaf in there. I'll read you the tin description. Put the cap back on here because I don't want it to fall all over the place. All right, so this is Cornell and Deal, part of the Christmas, the yearly Christmas blends that they release. Cornell and Deal's Jolly Old Saint Nicholas for Christmas 2018. So this is part of St. Nicholas's personal smoking mixture. This blend features golden Virginias, black Cavendish, a hint of Perique, mixed with a generous touch of orange liqueur and hints of ginger, harkening back to an old legend of Kris Kringle secretly gifting gold to a family in need. That's a touching story. So all right, so here we go. Let's just do the tin note. I think when you pop this, the thing you really smell is that orange liqueur, that topping or casing or whatever you'd call it. Comes through. Kind of reminds me of like an orange syrup, like a candied syrup. Don't really smell like the alcohol of it. I just kind of smell the syrupiness of it. So, and like I said, it's kind of a coarse cut. I did have like a few big chunks. There was a few stemmy looking things in there that I had to pick out. So like right here, and they must be from the bright leaf. Little stem things, but packs up well, reasonably well. It's not terribly wet in the tin. It's like, what does Bradley say on Stuff and Things? Moist towelette, I would say. It's kind of like that. It's got some fair amount of moisture in there, and I let it sit for about 10-15 minutes before I loaded this bowl. It does burn pretty well, you know. See if you can see that. Yeah, it burns down pretty well. But I'll say this, and I'm gonna say this about it. So this was tinned up in October of this year. So it's a fairly new tobacco in there. And so I think with it being fairly new, It's pretty mute. I'm not really picking up, and maybe, I don't know. Maybe I'm smoking it too fast, or maybe it just needs some more drying time. But I find it to be pretty mute, pretty one-dimensional. The only real thing that I can pick out of there when I smoke it, the only real thing I can pick out of there is like the tanginess of the bright leaf. But it's very subtle. Very subtle. I do get a little bit of like that tongue pop from the perique, but there's not enough perique in here to really pick out that the perique doesn't stand out. The room note is pretty pleasant. It kind of gives off like this kind of cocoa-y, dark chocolate aroma in the room note. At least that's what it smells like to me. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it needs to sit in a jar for a bit, dry out a little bit more, try in some other pipes. But it's okay. I'll keep smoking a few bowls of this here and there till through the new year, but it's not something. I've got other Christmas things that I want to try in my stash, so I don't know if it's going to be something I keep going to this year. Maybe I'll jar it up and come back to it next year. Sorry. I am a little chilly out here in the garage, so my nose is a little sniffly and mouth is watery. Okay, guys. Well, I hope you have a good Saturday morning. Couple days here before the holiday, so if you do celebrate Christmas, wishing you a Merry Christmas. If you celebrated Hanukkah, we did celebrate a few nights of Hanukkah. Myself and my wife are both of my wife's more so, but we do have Jewish blood running through our veins, so we did celebrate some Hanukkah nights. And yeah, if you don't celebrate, I hope you just have a restful couple of weeks into the new year, and I hope everyone is well. I know the holidays can be a hard time for some of us, myself included. As much as I love it, I tend to remember those we've lost and aren't here to take in the holiday with. So all right, guys, be well. Again, thank you, Ben, for all of the wonderful, wonderful things that you sent my way. I do hope I want to be able to start sending out stuff myself. I've got some ideas. I know I'm still trying to figure out my giveaway. Maybe on the next video I'm going to talk about that. Okay, guys, be well. Happy smoking. Southwest Piper, out of here.